Yeah, so this one's probably my most vulnerable song I've released, so I'm a little bit scared to release it. But I've felt that the most vulnerable and most honest songs are the ones worth releasing.
Produced on Awabakal and Warramai Land, this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
good stuff.
The good stuff.
Can you believe it's already time for school holidays? Bloody slackers. If you have a slacker of your own, the immersive Star Wars experience is set to take over Westfield Katara for these school holidays. The event promises a rare opportunity to step into the iconic universe of Star Wars like never before, with immersive visuals and captivating narratives. A Star Wars experience will be at Westfield Katara until the 21st of April. Use your force and head on over to newcastlelive.com.au. Local singer-songwriter Rod Coote is back in Newy this weekend as part of his Blue Lake tour. Here's the chat that we had with Rod prior to his gig at King Street. I'd like to start off by saying it's bloody nice to have you back in Newcastle.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's been nice. I feel like, you've sort of been there from the start, and it's been nice to every time drop in and have a chat and catch up. It's been nice.
How's Melbourne been treating you? What's been happening?
It's been good. I did just say that the weather's not the best.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of like a cliche Melbourne, but it's actually true. The rumours are true. The weather's bad. But it's been going well for music-wise. When I sort of moved down there about a year ago now, I kind of just threw myself into everything and sort of took that leap. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to land flat on my face or with my 2 feet. But I'm really loving Melbourne. It's been really nice.
What was the reason that you originally left Newy?
Yeah, I think I felt I'd sort of maybe seen out my time, or maybe just, played all the venues, and I just felt like I wasn't growing. And I'm such a person where, if I start flatlining, I'd need to change something. So, I just had a lot of friends down there. I had a lot of musicians that I really looked up to living down in Melbourne. And, I just thought I didn't want to keep putting music on the back burner. Like, if I want to do this for the rest of my life, then, it's time to just do it now. It's probably like the best time. Yeah.
How's the tour been going? You've just been playing with Morgan Evans, right?
Yeah, that was amazing. It was kind of really random. So, so I booked this this is my first ever headline Australian tour.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to test the waters, and I'd sort of been supporting a few acts like the Macquarie brothers, and I also supported the Dregs early this year, which was great. Like, just playing some pretty big shows of that. So I was like, okay, I feel like it's time to start playing some of my own shows and just test the waters a bit. But the Morgan Evans one, I kind of applied for a competition with Kicks Country Radio, and I didn't really think I had a chance because I wouldn't sort of say that I'm a country artist. But I was actually doing my Boy and Bear cover. You know how they're doing that support act comp? And I was actually trying to record my Boy and Bear cover, and then I got an email, and it sort of like, while I was trying to record, it went bing, and I'm like, what is it? And I looked, and then I got an email saying I was going to be supporting Morgan Evans from Frontier Touring, who's the people that booked Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, it's huge. So anyway, I just had to take a minute to focus and then just carry on. But it was a beautiful experience, and Morgan is just so down to earth and inspiring, and just awesome to watch on stage.
Yeah, and what's it been like, doing this first headline tour, in terms of organising and playing the shows? Yeah,
honestly, it has exceeded any of my expectations. I didn't really know what to expect because, when you're supporting big acts, you're not sure whether those people are going to come back or if you're a nice suit, or because when you're a support act, it's kind of like a little test run. Like, you got to try and, get the audience to connect with your music within 30 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's also amazing because you can kind of learn different things from the acts that you tour with, and you can kind of fix that up, by your own tour. But it's been great. So I played in Torquay. I've played in Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, and then playing in Sydney tonight. And then in Newcastle on the 14th of April at King Street, which I'm really excited about. So
And tell me about who you have on support.
So I have my good friend Brie Rusev. So Brie and myself released a song in December called Distant Place, and we actually wrote the song. It's quite obvious now looking back at it, but it was probably me kind of yearning to move away to somewhere else. So that song we released together, and we recorded it with our producer Garrett Cato. I've got Brie, and then I've got Claudie, or her real name's Claudia McKay.
Yep.
And yeah, she's amazing. She just started releasing music, and we did like a Are You OK gig together a few years ago. Before I don't think Iris had started releasing music. So yeah, it feels like a nice full circle moment just to have her on. So yeah, I'm really excited. It'll be nice.
What a lineup. I'm
Yeah.
really excited too.
Yeah.
So you're just about to release a brand new song called
Yes.
After the Rain.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so this one's probably my most vulnerable song I've released, so I'm a little bit scared to release it. But I've felt that the most vulnerable and most honest songs are the ones worth releasing. But this song is about growing up in the countryside. So I grew up in just outside of Tamworth on a farm that my family actually had owned for over 100 years. So
Wow.
my father's father was a farmer there, and it was passed down to my father. But when I was born and when my siblings were born, Australia was going through a really bad drought, and my dad was a full-time farmer. So that sort of had a big impact on our lives growing up. And also my mum had sort of been battling with some pretty bad depression just throughout a lot of her life, and that kind of made it a lot worse. So unfortunately my parents split up because of that. We moved off the farm, and then our whole lives changed. And I used to love running around the farm and just being in nature. So that song's just pretty much about that whole experience.
Wow.
And then not long after we moved off the farm, this huge storm came through. And me being 6 years old, I'm like, oh, my parents might stay together. But, that's not how life works. So, it's like it always stirs up a lot of emotions, that song. I think it does for all of my family. We're all very close still. And so, it feels like a really nice song to release. And and I also released a song, Blue Lake, about a month ago. And it's just been amazing to see it connect. I think it's almost had 400,000 plays in a month.
No way!
Yeah,
What?
yeah, it's nuts. I don't really
awesome.
like looking at numbers or anything like that too much. But yeah, it was amazing. It got added to. Have you had a Coffee and Chill? It's like a Spotify playlist.
I have seen that. Yeah, that's a top tier playlist right there, and has some top tier music on it.
I know. Yeah, cool. But so it was a nice surprise. I actually kind of felt. It didn't feel real when I saw my song on there. I feel like being a musician, you sometimes have a little bit of imposter syndrome, and you kind of maybe compare yourself to other people. So, seeing my song in there with Noah Khan or Angus and Julia Stone, I'm like, oh, that's not right. But, I was so stoked with it. And, I'd be releasing music whether people listen to it or not. But it's nice to know that at least some people are listening, other than my mum. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. And I feel like, people can kind of look down at, chasing numbers or whatever. But when you have been grinding for such a long time, it would be so good to have that, affirmation that you're killing it.
Thank you. Yeah. I just, just love doing it. And, if any artists, some friends who are musicians or anyone just starting out, I just say, just keep going, just be consistent. But also, if you're going to do it long term, don't burn yourself out either. So just do, everyone's on their own journey, and what might work for one person might not work for the other person. So I think just be yourself, and that's what I'm learning. If I share my story through song, people can connect to that more rather than trying to write a song that I think Ed Sheeran might sing or Noah Khan or just any, so that's what I'm learning. But I haven't got it figured out either. I'm just making it up as I go along.
So once the tour's over, what are your plans for the rest of the year?
So I've got a massive year. So I'm supporting a few more people. Kyle Lionheart, I don't know if you've heard of him. That's right, at the Warners Bay. Yeah, that's right. You're the host for the Newcastle one. So we're playing together in May down in Melbourne. And then I'm playing my first ever Melbourne headline show, which is almost sold out already. It's actually, which is crazy. I've just been doing a lot of busking and I'm looking forward to that. And then I'm actually going to Europe, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm going in August. I've been booked for a music festival over there called Surfana.
Cool.
So a lot of my heroes Ben Howard, Ziggy Alberts, a lot of those artists have played it before. I'm really looking forward to that. And then I'm also going to play just a few small shows through Germany, the UK, I haven't fully announced this yet, but that's right, a little exclusive. But yeah, I'll be announcing it soon. It won't be too much of a secret. I've already announced one of the shows, so that's fun.
Well, amazing.
Yeah.
Look, it's so good to have you back.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
I can't wait for your gig this weekend.
Thank you. Yeah.
And congratulations. It's so amazing to just watch you thrive.
No, thanks so
cool.
much. No, I really appreciate all the support for like myself and all the local artists, and it's just great catching up. We'll keep doing it.
Totally.
Yeah. Awesome. See ya.
All
Cheers.
done.
Thanks.
Good.
That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Rod Coote for joining us. You should definitely get along this Sunday to King Street. As you already know, the lineup's fab. We'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.